Tonight on Confidential, we look back at a very special Christmas from Baghdad.
I never dreamed that WWE would ever come to Baghdad. There ain't one soldier here that doesn't appreciate WWE being here.
The last few days have been remarkable. I know what USO shows are about. I was there when Bob Hope came. This was the biggest and the best.
Hi everyone, I'm Gene Okerlund, and this is WWE Confidential. Happy New Year. We hope you've all had a wonderful holiday. The holidays at the WWE took on a special meaning this year as the superstars of SmackDown celebrated Christmas from Baghdad. Millions of you watched on Christmas night, but on this edition of Confidential, we'll bring you exclusive footage from behind the scenes. As you can imagine, this process of coming together took quite some time, mainly due to security reasons. But when all was said and done, both WWE Chairman Vince McMahon and General Arthur Myers, the United States Air Force Director, were pleased to share in this endeavor. Air Force services are responsible for a wide spectrum of activities, which includes the feeding and lodging of troops and recreation. Among General Myers' duties, he serves as a liaison between the Army units and many various organizations attempting to find entertainment to boost the morale of our armed forces. When he met with various Army units to see what interested them, the decision was made. The WWE would be a perfect fit. So once the final details were ironed out, the superstars of SmackDown, along with WWE Chairman Vince McMahon and special guest Stone Cold Steve Austin, boarded a cargo plane which would eventually bring them to Iraq. They visited a number of camps to personally hand-deliver USO care packages to our troops. While the trip was highlighted by a full-blown SmackDown production from Baghdad, the moments where the superstars got to sit down and meet with the troops to express their support was the most gratifying.
So we had some professional wrestlers from the WWE earlier this year went to Kuwait and did a handshake tour. And that was the start of something big. We got with WWE and we talked with Mr. Vince McMahon, and he was enthusiastic about sending a complete show over to the troops in Iraq.
I was asked by one of the guys who works on the Joint Task Force staff if I was interested in hosting the WWE event here. And without a hesitation, I said, sure, yeah, bring him here. Or Steve would say, hell yeah, bring him to Baghdad.
It took a massive amount of planning, security clearances, and so forth. And we worked day and night to get it done.
We've had about 75 soldiers and civilian employees, to include contractors from Floor Daniels and Kellogg Brown and Root, assist us in building a stage and preparing this entire area here for the show. Soldiers are excited, everyone's excited, and it looks wonderful.
I never dreamed that WWE would ever come to Baghdad. I figured they'd go to Kuwait or somewhere where it's a little bit more peaceful.
The soldiers throughout, not just Baghdad, but Iraq, have known about this event for about 2.5 weeks now, and the anticipation is unbelievable. Soldiers' morale is skyrocketing just because of it. I've got hundreds of soldiers walking down the road now from 1.5 miles away just to come here and see this.
Like I said, there ain't one soldier here that doesn't appreciate WWE being here.
Going into Baghdad? Yep. I'm ready, man. Hey, I got invited to go on this trip. You know, I'm not on the SmackDown crew. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal for me. It's just like we've always said on the WWE. And I know Mr. McMahon personally. And, you know, we're 100% behind the United States Armed Forces. Getting invited to come out on a deal like this. It's a funny thing because a lot of my buddies are saying, well, you're going over to Baghdad. You know, be careful or good luck. I said, hell, man, I think I'm in pretty good hands. So I'm not worried about a damn thing. I want to go there and
Well, we were about 12 hours late, but what the WWE is, as soon as we got off the plane at Baghdad International Airport, we immediately got on helicopters and we flew to a forward location and met with those troops at about 11 o'clock at night. In fact, one young lady waited to re-enlist so Stone Cold Steve Austin could be there while she re-enlisted.
Solemnly swear
To support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic. Oh, I re-enlisted with Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's my hero. I love him. Oh my God.
Congratulations.
I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I've been out here for like 2 weeks. I just had a baby. She's 4 months. Amaya Janae Moore, I love you so much and I miss you and I'll be home soon.
We work with CENTCOM in charge of the area, and they actually set up the itinerary, and they set it up for security reasons and also to reach the maximum amount of troops. And we met thousands and thousands and thousands of troops.
I feel awesome. It is an honor and a pleasure just to be here, just to be with the troops.
To be able to come here and to meet the soldiers that are putting their life on the line to defend our freedom and to help establish freedom for the Iraqi citizens, it really just shows you what these people are really about.
Experience in Baghdad has been great. The number one thing was meeting all the soldiers, telling them how thankful we are for what they're doing over here.
Springfield, Mass. It's holding down the hood right here.
Every place I went, commanders and senior NCOs said they've never seen bigger smiles on the troops. The troops said even though they're going to be away from Christmas, this is going to give them the comfort that they need.
Well, it's a big show! Oh, my God!
I'm excited about this when President Bush came over. Thanksgiving, that's no kid.
I want to make a presentation to Mr. McMahon. On a very serious note, there's 13 MPs that gave their life for this right here. So you're standing with a bunch of heroes. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, it's an honor.
This was the epitome and the zenith of what a performer can do. And whether it's Carnegie Hall or, the White House or WrestleMania, it all pales in comparison to performing for these men and women, of the armed forces. It was an amazing experience.
It's an overwhelming success. As I told you, I have my own troops over there, and I spoke with them, and the buzz was out before, and there's a roar now over in Iraq for all the goodwill that was done.
This isn't an everyday. This for a lot of these people, it's a dream.
If we can make that day a little bit easier, that's all we're here to do.
Mel Gibson and Sly Stallone, they don't play us. They play these guys because they're the heroes in our society today. And, since 9/11, there hasn't been a major terror attack on America. And the reason for that is because these guys are doing an unbelievable job.
It's been beyond description. I've been wrestling for 18 years, and it has been hands down the most memorable, the most meaningful experience I've ever had in my career.
Lodging was pretty good on this trip because we all slept in one of Saddam Hussein's palaces.
Basically, this is Saddam's presidential palace. When he had state meetings, so we'll take a peek in there where state meetings at.
This is the Radwaniyah Palace. It was one of Saddam's favorite palaces. He wouldn't even let Uday and Qusay, his two no-good sons, up here without special permission. So this is where he used to meet his mistresses, and he didn't live here. He didn't live in any palace any length of time, but it was one of his favorites. It's where we live, and come on upstairs and we'll let you meet all the guys that are inside there. It's all right.
Just staying in Saddam's palace, that was pretty cool,
I spent 5 tours in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War. I know what USO shows are about. I was there when Bob Hope came. This was the biggest and the best. I mean, I have never seen these troops as motivated and the professional wrestlers really giving their heart out to the troops, talking to them, signing stuff. This was the best in my entire career.
We were proud to be here, and they're not going overlooked, and I hope they enjoyed everything. We just want to let them know that we love them,
I bust a move every night for the people out here in Iraq. Much love go to you. Come home safe yourself and come back and have a beer with us.
Thank you. God bless to everybody in the armed forces, man. What you do for my family and the way of life that you provide for all the United States. God bless you.
Hey, I really want to thank you all for a truly outstanding and remarkable show. I've been with the military for 43 years. My first 20 years was as an enlisted troop, so I know how important entertainment is. Of all the shows I've been seen or associated with, you've had the biggest impact on the troops. You touched the hearts of thousands and thousands of troops. Commanders, senior NCOs, and the troops I talked to basically said this show was better than sliced bread. And you didn't have to do it. You did it because you wanted to do it. A lot of work and effort went into the show by all of you. The hardest worker on this trip was Lieutenant Rios, but the person who really put it together was Mr. Vince McMahon. Mr. McMahon, you are truly a fine man. You have a heart of gold, and you're a good American. May God bless all of you. Have a safe and happy holiday season, and let's do this again in 2004.
Christmas from Baghdad was truly something to behold. Later in Confidential, the superstars visit a hospital in Iraq to meet with some of our wounded soldiers.
Up next, Evolution wheels and deals with the creme de la creme of sports cars, the Ferrari.
You want to be who you say you are. You dress the role, you live the role. You live in the big house, you drive the fast cars, you get the fast broads.
In the market for a brand new car? Well, if you're looking for a performance vehicle, you can't find a much better ride than a Ferrari. You also can't find many people who could afford a Ferrari. But we've found 4. Randy Orton, Batista, Ric Flair, and World Heavyweight Champion Triple H. The 4 members of Evolution can definitely afford the sticker price and then some. Evolution was styling and profiling on a recent visit to a Ferrari dealership, which will be featured in the new Raw magazine that hits newsstands this Tuesday.
They chose us for this shoot at a Ferrari dealership because we are the hottest, sleekest, most designer-perfect product in professional wrestling today, in sports entertainment. We are Evolution.
When you're in the position that Evolution is in, when you're at the top of this business and you're going around to all these arenas and you're in demand, you're making all the money, this is where you come to get a car. You want to be who you say you are. You dress the role, you live the role. You live in the big house, you drive the fast cars, you get the fast broads. You do it all.
Usually we're around beautiful women. Today we just happen to be around beautiful cars. You know, it's either one or the other. Either way, it's beautiful. If you look real closely under the windshield there, look, do you see it? You can see my beautiful face right there, see it?
That's a Ferrari that I bought for about $650,000. There's only about 390 of those made in the world.
The key car is the Enzo Ferrari, named after the founder of the Ferrari Automobile Company. It was very, very hard for a customer to get an Enzo. Ferrari really was looking to get really high-profile people into the Enzos. Triple H, for example, has an Enzo.
You actually had to go through the Ferrari dealership and get accepted by the Ferrari dealership to own the car, which, of course, I didn't have a problem doing. But once I bought the car and they were all bought up, then the price went up to like 1.2, so I just snaked these guys for like $1.2 million, yes.
This kind of resembles the Ferrari I got at home. The one on the West Coast, my house on the West Coast is green. East Coast, blue. Get it straight, bro.
The premise for this shoot, I think, is the fact that we're probably the hottest entity in wrestling today. If they want Raw magazine to sell, they're going to have to put us on the cover.
From a pure marketing standpoint, the WWE would probably want to have us on there every month.
Being on the cover of Raw magazine, it's great, man. It's an honor. It's my first time, so I'm really excited about it. And I love doing stuff.
It's my second time, actually.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. So everybody's aware of that.
Well, yeah, that's probably because I told them, but it might be because they went to their local grocery store and picked up a copy.
I know I did.
I bought a few myself, actually.
If it works out and comes to be, we will be buying these for the 4 chosen women we select to be with us. The ladies are in Manhattan waiting for us right now. As soon as we're through with this, we're going downtown.
How do we think the final photos are going to come out?
Honey, honey, we're Evolution, okay? We're a couple beautiful guys. I mean, ask anyone, ask any female. 4 beautiful guys. Well, we're just you and me are here right now. I mean, Rick and Hunter, you know, they're off with the broads over there in the Ferraris messing around. I don't know what they're doing. But
by the way, we need to get on over there.
You're gonna meet us back at the hotel, right?
Let's go.
When we return, we go one-on-one with the legs of Stacy Keibler when we go outside the ropes.
Can you talk about doing the leg-a-rooney? Just so we can show it again.
I had already planned to just come up like on all fours or something so that we still got the panty shot.
Did you say anything after all fours? Oh, I'm sorry.
Last year on Confidential, we interviewed over 20 superstars in our Outside the Ropes segment. Some of our favorites were Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, John Cena, Bradshaw, and of course, our last guest of the year, the coach. But we discovered we only did 2 interviews with WWE divas, Tori and Sable. So we wanted to kick off the new year with someone just as easy on the eyes, and we couldn't think of anyone finer than Stacy Keibler.
Hello once again, everybody. Welcome to yet another edition of Outside the Ropes. Of course, I am the coach, and my guest this week needs no introduction. Finally, we get somebody better looking than me on this show. You look absolutely gorgeous, Stacy.
Thanks, Coach.
Are you ready to go outside the ropes? The very first edition in the new year, 2004?
I think so.
You set?
Let's go.
Okay. I love it when she says let's go. All right, first question. What do you suppose has been viewed by more people, Trista and Ryan's wedding or the Paris Hilton sex tape?
I would have to say Trista and Ryan's wedding because I'm just about sick of them. I see them everywhere. I don't care anymore about Trista and Ryan's wedding. I didn't watch the wedding, but I'd have to say because I wasn't a fan of it that I saw so much on that I'd have to say more people, like it's just so mainstream, people probably saw that because I'd say more men probably saw the
And we should probably say to Ryan, an annulment is still a possibility. Next question. All right, now you tried out for Star Search when you were little.
Okay.
Our question to you, do you think Ed McMahon has been the same age for an eternity? No one remembers him any younger, but yet it seems he doesn't get any older. What do you think?
Right, he's kind of like the, what's that other guy, Dick Clark.
Right.
They look the same. Like
exactly.
They just, so, I don't know what the deal is with him. I guess, yeah, he's
the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just looks the same.
All right, next question. Was Santa good to you this year, and was it because you were naughty or nice?
Santa was great to me this year, and it's because I'm both naughty and nice. He likes that.
It's hard to continue. But next question. I'm sure you've been asked this many times, and for the record, I don't think you should, but would you ever consider getting implants?
I have not really considered getting them. I have thought about it a little bit because it would be more just a personal. I have to say that it would be easier to go bathing suit shopping, go bra shopping, go find those little itty bitty shirts to wear. But
keep going.
I have to say that I don't know, I think that it would change me to be something completely different, and I kind of like the way I am. So,
sweetheart, we all like the way you are.
If I get implants ever, I think it might be like after wrestling, after the wrestling business.
Okay.
So it'll be totally personal.
Fair enough. When
Sorry.
you do, give me a call, though.
I'll call you.
Okay, man. All right, everyone knows you have the sexiest pair of 41.5-inch legs in the world. In the world. Of course, I've measured them personally. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
All right. The coach's question, though, is this. With so much terrain to cover, how long does it take to shave them?
It does take, it's actually a little bit of a pain in the butt when I have to shave. Summertime is like, I have to plan extra minutes of my getting ready schedule.
Okay.
Because it does take, a few extra minutes to shave, and I do use a razor, and I shave. So, I would have to say it probably takes about maybe 10 minutes to shave everything, top to bottom. Shaving.
When we do the Stacy Keibler home video, that's going to be a great extra for the DVD.
Yeah, we can
You shaving
include
your
that
legs. All
and
right.
actually time me doing it. See how long
I'll
it
hold the
takes.
stopwatch, I promise. All right, how much money do you spend a year on lingerie? And please, don't ruin my fantasy.
Okay, well, I have to say, okay, go ahead.
Tell me it's in the thousands?
Well, I don't know if you heard or not, but I took a contest winner shopping for lingerie, and it was,
I remember.
On Vince. It was on the company, so
Thank you, Vince.
I went crazy. Thank you, Vince. And I got like 1,000. It was like 1,000 or like $1,500 worth of lingerie that I loved. But with my own money, I would say I'm a little cheaper, so I buy for the occasion. And I would say, like, you said per month, right?
Right.
At least a couple $100.
Oh, that's nice.
I have to have new, fresh underwear and cute things all the time.
Everything about you is fresh. All right, if you were stranded on an island, who would you like most to be stranded with? All right.
Okay.
Colin Farrell, Ashton Kutcher, George Clooney.
Or the coach.
I wasn't gonna ask, but since you, that's so nice of you.
Oh.
I thought that was your answer.
The coach.
Oh, baby. All right, moving on. Sorry, George. Ashton, please. Colin, thanks for coming. All right, next question. Would Stacy Keibler make a good Bond girl? Why? Or why not?
I definitely would make a good Bond girl. I would love to do something like that because, why? Because they have just like this great sex appeal. Like they like kick ass. They have like cool gadgets and like they are just like hot girls and like they have like the whole package. So it would be an honor to be kind of like a Bond girl.
You know,
it's like a little bit of everything.
I think the only Bond girl I could even compare you to is my favorite of all time, Halle Berry.
I love Halle Berry.
That's the only one that I would even compare to you.
I like her. She's very like natural and like.
Yeah, she's very natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halle, call me. Last question. Can you talk about doing the leg-a-rooney just so we can show it again?
All right. That is a hard thing to do, I'm telling you, because I was a dancer. I was like, oh yeah, I could totally do the spin-a-rooney. And I thought that I did the best I could, but if I screwed it up, I had already planned to just come up like on all fours or something so that we still got the panty shot because that was the money shot right there because it really didn't matter, I guess, how I did the leg-a-rooney.
Oh, did you say anything after all fours? Oh, I'm sorry. You have been my favorite guest ever on Outside the Ropes. You're one of the very few that can make the coach blush, and you do. Yeah, I'm blushing a little bit. You know, we haven't been on TV together in a long time.
I know.
So this was nice. This was good.
This is fun.
It's a great way to start the new year.
Okay.
Of course, she's Stacy Keibler. I'm the coach. We'll see you next time on Outside the Ropes.
Up next, the WWE superstars help ring in the new year with some resolutions you just have to hear to believe.
We're going to work less, get paid significantly more, and we're going to drink a lot more adult beverages this year.
The new year is shaping up to be a big year here in the WWE. In just a couple of months, WrestleMania 20 will emanate from its birthplace, Madison Square Garden, in what should be an amazing spectacle. And Royal Rumble touches down in Philadelphia in just a few short weeks. Outside the squared circle, one of the early highlights of the new year came at midnight after the first day. The always made and rarely kept New Year's resolution. The superstars of the WWE are no different than anyone else. They've all made their resolutions, though you might be surprised at what some of them are.
My New Year's resolution.
My New Year's resolution for 2004 is easy. It's going to be to get as good in this business, the wrestling business, as I possibly can.
To try and clean up the hurricane.
It's kind of boring, but to get organized.
To worm every WWE superstar and to get Rikishi to finally cover that big old ass up.
As the emperor of the population, it's just to give the people what they want, my peeps. More Christian, more Christian, more Christian.
Make more money than I did the year before, and get rid of people that I just don't like working with.
I want to follow Eric Bischoff to the promised land. He's promised me that if I follow him, he'll take me, make more money, get more women. The whole thing will all fall together. That is what I plan to do in 2004.
We're going to work less, get paid significantly more, and we're going to drink a lot more adult beverages this year.
My New Year's resolution for 2004 would have to be to keep my very timid, teddy bear-like personality.
To cut back on my drinking.
Keep maybe a good shape.
I'm the legend killer, so it would have to be adding as many legends as I can to my already illustrious list. Also, limiting myself, of course, to one sexual encounter per week, per day. Yeah, per day.
I always keep my resolutions, man. Everything I do it to the max, baby. I do it to the max.
I always keep my resolutions, and I keep them for about 3 days.
A day, maybe 2 days.
No, I do not usually keep my resolutions.
It could be for an extended period of time. It may be for a short period of time. But if you really want to know how long,
Just ask the ladies.
I'm pretty good about keeping my New Year's resolutions.
Oh, when we're sober? Yeah, I can't remember them. How could I keep them if I can't remember them?
Well, now do twins count as one encounter? Is that one encounter, or?
I'm a perfect individual, so I never had to make New Year's resolutions. I don't really make resolutions, so they're not too hard to keep.
Do I keep my resolutions? Absolutely. I love making money, and it's important to me to make more money. But in terms of getting rid of people and ruining people's careers and eliminating them from my life, I think if you look at my track record over the past, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, I've outdone myself. It's odd that you would ask me if this year's resolution stands a chance of being kept. And it makes me wonder if you're really listening and paying attention to my previous answers.
No. No, this resolution got not very slight.
No.
No.
Not really.
This resolution got as much chance of being kept as Taz winning a slam dunk competition.
Definitely, beyond a shadow of a doubt. I always keep my resolutions. Christian is a man of his word.
Look at my track record. It's real simple. There's plenty of tape footage available. Just check it out.
Even though I'd like to think so because I'm, very committed in everything I do, but man, drinking's a lot of fun. We should go out sometime. Drinking. Me and you.
When we return, they're not worthy. They're not worthy. Nate makes a worthy appearance for his legion of loyal fans.
The one guy that got so serious I was going to start crying, he was holding my hand so sincerely.
Did you get everything you wanted for Christmas? That might not be in the true spirit of the holiday, but it certainly is part of the fun of it. If you're a die-hard wrestling fan, the ultimate Ric Flair DVD collection might have topped your wish list. What could be better than just the DVD? How about a signed copy? If you were really fortunate, you not only got the gift before the holiday, but you got a chance to meet the Nature Boy in New York City at his signing at the FYE store. And for the fans that did show up, it was clear their Christmas wish had come true.
Hello, Mr. Flair. This is such a pleasure meeting you again. I hope you don't mind. I am such a big fan.
I'm really excited.
Al Pacino wrestling, man. Keep reinventing yourself. To beat a man, you gotta beat the man. Woo!
Pleasure meeting you. One of my favorites of all time. You too. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, honey.
Thank you. He hugged me.
Just thank you for everything you've done for the past 20 years. You're packing the seats in.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Very nice for the day. Thank you. The one guy that got so serious I was going to start crying, he was holding my hand so sincerely. These are people that really enjoy wrestling.
Thank you very much.
Not just my DVD, but anything they spend when they start buying wrestling merchandise, they really truly are fans. And they, I'm honored that they feel that way.
No one will ever equal what he has accomplished. 16 times over World Heavyweight Champ. What else can you say about him? The guy's a legend.
I mean, the DVD isn't just about me. It's about some of the great wrestlers that I performed over the years. It's not just Ric Flair. It's Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair. It's Ric Flair and Sting. It's Barry Windham. It's Terry Funk. I mean, there's a lot of great people involved in it, and it really is kind of like a, no pun intended, the evolution of the business.
For those younger fans of the WWE today to look back and watch the Nature Boy really in his prime and the way the show and the program has evolved to what it is today, it's really fascinating to watch the evolution, if you will, of programming, production values, and the way wrestlers are, entertaining fans.
I never realized when I see some of these pictures how good looking I really was when I was younger. Gene Okerlund, you need to have me as your co-host on the show. That's what I want to do, not wrestle. I want to entertain with you, Gene.
Rick, I'll talk to my people and see what I can do. Hell, we'd probably be the most handsome duo ever on TV. But that's another story. Back to business. While Flair was entertaining a large crowd at the FYE store, Matt Hardy and Victoria were also signing for the WWE's hot-selling book, Unscripted.
Today we're in the New York area at a store called Bookends.
Matt Hardy version 1 and Victoria are signing copies of WWE Unscripted. And today there were a lot of, MFers, Madison followers as there are now, that showed up today, and they brought their copies of Unscripted. This sums it up right here. I think that the fans that look into the Unscripted book are really going to see all of the wrestlers in settings that they aren't used to seeing them in.
It's very different than our average book. I think a fan will get appreciation for what we do, what we put into it, how much time, effort, and our passion for this business.
Reading the Unscripted book taught me a lot of things about wrestlers that I wouldn't have normally known.
I found it to be very intriguing, interesting, a lot of facts that actually I didn't know about.
Greatest book ever!
There's so many pictures in the Unscripted book where you see the wrestlers out of their common environment or common atmosphere. And I think as a fan, especially all of our hardcore fans that have followed so long, that's very appealing to be able to look in and see that. I mean, if I was sitting at home and I was a huge WWE fan, I mean, that's what I would want to see.
It's a very excellent dedication. Anyone that's wrestling, I mean, they put their heart and soul into it.
They appreciate your work and your hard, passion for it. How are you?
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Excellent. How you doing?
This for me?
Yeah,
that's cool. Thank you.
The fans here today were awesome. This was, I think, by far the best guest appearance I've done. The fans were really into the book, and really, they're just loyal fans, and it was an awesome experience.
I think fans that are really die-hard, hardcore fans that are really intellectual and smarter fans that understand how the business works and what it's all about, I think they're really going to enjoy it more than even just the casual fans, because like I said, they always want to peek behind the curtain, and this book gives them a chance to peek behind the curtain.
When we return, the SmackDown superstars lend their support to our nation's wounded.
Bad thing to see when U.S. soldiers get hurt, but they do out here. This is what they do. They're putting their lives on the line for us.
Welcome back to Confidential. This portion of the program is brought to you by Miramax Films and My Baby's Daddy, in theaters Friday, January 9th. By Stacker 2's YJ Stinger. For that extreme boost of energy, you gotta feel the sting. And by NikeBasketball.com.
I'm in San Antonio, Texas, in the City Council's chambers, and I'm being given a certificate of commendation for raising money for the families of soldiers that were killed in Iraq and Afghanistan.
San Antonio being known as Military City USA, we really take it to heart when our local residents go above and beyond and help out our armed forces.
When I'm asked why I did it, the answer is because. That's it, because.
Unfortunately, there are plenty of soldiers who have given their lives in this war to ensure our freedom. Shawn Michaels just felt that one way he could help was to raise money for our fallen troops' families. In his eyes, it was the least he could do. Back in Iraq, there are a lot of men and women who thankfully have not paid the ultimate price, but remain hospitalized after being wounded in combat, and the superstars were brought to a local hospital, privileged to meet our heroes.
We're going to be leaving Victory Base, going straight to the 28th Combat Support Hospital. We call it CASH. They've seen a lot of trauma.
It's a bad thing to see when U.S. soldiers get hurt, but they do out here. This is what they do. They're putting their lives on the line for us. So it's cool to be able to go say hi to those guys, too.
You know when you're shot. Yeah. Pretty much it feels like putting your hand in an electrical socket. And it just won't go away. Yeah.
Driving along, improvised explosive device placed on the side of the road, and I was the unfortunate one that got hit.
We are walking, or are you in a vehicle?
In a vehicle. I'm trying to get out of here today and go back to work.
Really? But you'll stay on?
Good to go. I can still fight.
Yeah, I will. I got to get back out there. I got soldiers to take care of. I do.
Through all this that's going on, they still got heart, and you can see it in their face. And for me to be able to see that, that's all I need. That's a wonderful feeling.
That's my opinion. If you support this mission, it reflects on us that you support us. That's the way we feel about it. Yeah. So we really appreciate what you guys do.
Well, we appreciate what you guys do. Thank you very much.
Christmas from Baghdad was an emotional time for all, and we can only hope that our time spent with troops will help them as they continue to fight and prepare for the day when they'll return home to their loved ones.
Some of these people came out here for a few months. Now they've been here for over a year, so I know they're ready to go home. So I feel for them, and we appreciate everything they do.
They're sacrificing a year or more away from their family, so it's the least we can do.
Marilyn, say hello to your folks back home and everybody.
Hello, Mommy.
Sergeant Gerald Wilson from Mobile, Alabama. I want to say hi to my family. I miss Thanksgiving, I miss Christmas, but I love you guys, and I'll be home for Mardi Gras. Love you.
I want to say what's up to my mama Dukes, to my buddy Brock Schaefer. I'll be home soon. Indianapolis, ho!
My name is Specialist Starboard. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and Long Island. I'd like to say what's up to my folks back home.
My name is Staff Sergeant Derek Miller. I'm from Sandusville, Georgia. I'd like to say hello to my daughter Zaire, my wife Sharon, my son Jamaz, and my son Khalees. Happy New Year.
And we're not related, so
Hi, this is Special Scott, and I want to say hi to my family, friends, and loved ones. Happy New Year's.
I'm Captain Ed McDonough from Fort Detrick, Maryland. I just want to say I love you, Kathy, Nico, Mom, Dad, Lori, Brian, GPD, G-Mom. Can I get a hell yeah? Ryan.
Specialist Colonel Shane, Baghdad, saying hello to all my family and friends in Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey, I'm Staff Sergeant Vasco in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I want to say shout out to my lovely wife, Rebecca, and my two knuckleheads, Blake and Hayden. Boys, Daddy loves you.
Just like to say hey to everybody. I'm missing y'all. Can't wait to get home. Here with the WWE. I'm looking for satisfaction myself, but hey, everybody's got their own.
I want to thank the wrestlers for coming out here. I want to give a shout out to my fiance in Germany. Happy holidays from Iraq, 123rd.
Specialist Howell from 5th Corps Artillery standing out here in the middle of Iraq. I just wanted to say hello to my mom, my dad, brothers and sisters, my girl Nicole in Germany. I love you guys. I'll be home soon, about 2 months.
Feliz Navidad, hispanos en Irán, Latino
Thanks for you guys for coming. We appreciate it. Made my Christmas very happy. Mom, everybody back home, I love you, miss you.
To my wife, my kids, Mom and Dad, I miss you, I love you.
I love my
wife.
That's my daughter. She was born June the 21st of this year. I wasn't there to see it, but my unit was good enough to let me call as soon as they, within hours after they had the baby.
Happy New Year from Baghdad.
Peace.